There's an old saying that goes, "Leave it better than you found it." We've taken those words to heart in Centralia. What was once a sub-bituminous surface coal mine for 30 years is quickly becoming a land rich in woodlands, wildlife, and wetlands suitable for agriculture, recreational activity, and industrial uses.
The mine has been in operation since 1971, and during that time we've mined over 158 million tons of coal, which we use to take to the power plant. The power plant produces electricity for our Washington customers. And in that time, we have also removed over 1.5 billion yards of material over the coal. So it's a long history of coal production at this site. We've reclaimed over 2,600 acres of the 7,700 acres that we've disturbed so far at the mine. What you see behind me here is an example of our reclamation in our North Hannaford area. Very similar to the other areas that we're reclaiming at the same time as we're doing this reclamation as well.
Our reclamation processes here at the mine have always gone hand in hand with the mining process. And with the conclusion of mining, we now have continued to reclaim full-time. All the land will be reclaimed in the end and returned as close as possible to its natural or beginning state.
While coal is still used at the facility to generate electricity, TransAlta is looking to new sources of energy, sources that supply power and protect the environment, like natural gas and renewable options. But it's not just the land in Centralia that's getting reclaimed, it's the waterways too. In 2008, TransAlta partnered with Lewis County to construct 3 fish passage enhancements on 2 waterways. The Culvert Restoration Project restored salmon spawning passageways that established more than 9 miles of salmon spawning habitat. TransAlta also restored a wetland, altered to support farming practices decades before the company started operations in Centralia.
What we did is opened up 149 acres of what had been channelized creek. Back in the 20s, the farmers channelized this creek so that they could facilitate drainage off their fields. We replaced it back into its natural channel and planted over 300,000 wetland plants so that we could recreate the wetland that was here back in the 1800s. I think we're all very proud of it. It feels good to see it grow. Much like you plant your garden at home, every year we're just in awe of what's regenerating here and how it's progressing, and we're really excited about that.
The Centralia mine began commercial operation in 1971 and was purchased by TransAlta in May 2000. The mine supplied coal to TransAlta's Centralia thermal generating plant until November 2006. That's when TransAlta stopped active mining operation, although compliance and reclamation work continues.
Reclamation started shortly after mining began back in the early 70s, and since that time we've reclaimed about 2,600 acres, most of which is forest land. As far as organizations that we work with, we're currently working with the University of Washington on a research project on soil compaction. We've also done work with the Forest Service on a research project on alder density and spacing. And then we do an ongoing thing. We are members of the Lewis County Farm Forestry Association. We do tours out here periodically. All of those are directed towards trying to improve forestry, not only for us, but for the forest operations in the area as well. We have a large contingent of various wildlife critters out here on the mine site, including elk, deer, bear. And as the reclamation continues, we see more of them all the time. The habitat that we're creating, it just seems to be an ideal situation because we are a restricted area. There are no hunters, there are no pressure from humans here, so it creates an ideal situation for the animals to flourish and blossom in. During the reclamation process over the years, TransAlta has planted more than 1.5 million trees on site so far.
We also joined forces with our community's environmental efforts, like this tree planting at the former mine site with students from the local school district.
We feel that the reclamation of this mine is a stewardship for us. It's kind of like a ministry. We want to make sure that the land goes back to the way it was because we live here, and why would we want to leave a disturbed area? So we take a very big pride in bringing it back to the way it was. I think the most impressive thing for me, if I were to take my family here and show them what I do, is the reclamation that we've accomplished here. We've done some excellent work and brought it right back to the way we found it.
In every way, from the community to the land to the water, TransAlta is committed to the protection of the environment. Our goal is to reclaim the land to a state that is equivalent or better than it was before our mining activities, or restore it for other uses. Through our tireless work with regulatory agencies, TransAlta is safely and responsibly creating a diverse reclamation program that ensures the life cycle of a mine not only includes reclamation, it masters it.